Hi, I'm Derrick Northcross, Trouble-Free Skylights. Today what we're going to show you is a run-through from start to finish of a typical skylight we do. This is a cut-in where you have an attic. You have a roof that's at a slope, you have a ceiling that's flat, and there's a little attic space. So we're going to show you the job from start to finish. On this house we have a shingle roof, one-story house. This is very typical for California. This type of roof you'll see a lot in Los Angeles. Next door, here's another type of roof, which is a tile roof. That roof is a little bit more difficult to install in. However, we are able to do both without much problems. It just takes different flashing kit and a slightly different technique. The tile roof is a little more difficult than the shingle roof. So we're going to show you this, how we do the job from beginning to end, and let's go on in and take a look. Here's Hector, my 12-year installer. As you see, we're coming through the side door. We take most of our jobs we do are in finished interiors. You don't have to worry about moving out, moving things. We do these jobs in 2-3 days at the most. This is a job with drywall and everything. As you can see the layout on this one, we have, right now I'm going to lay out with Hector, a skylight right in this ceiling. The owner chose she wanted, it's a long kitchen, so we kind of worked it out in a design phase to do a long skylight. We're going to remove that one light there, Hector. Yeah, but we're going to keep that light there, and we might move this over so that we can get the skylight about 3 feet by 6 feet. And we're going to splay the shaft just slightly. This is a set of plans where we actually got a permit. We do a little elevation drawing. We do a roof plan where we show the skylight's going to go. We do a section drawing. In this one you see that the shaft is going to be a little bit bigger at the bottom than the top, and the reason for that is the light gets to flow out. We're doing a Velux skylight that's 2.5 foot wide and 4 foot long, and what's good about that is that it's going to create a long skylight, and that's the best one for this room. You're going to see us frame the skylight. First we're laying out the way we protect all of the furnishings and floors. We use a ram board, which is a great material. It's inexpensive, but it's very strong. We lay that out on the floor. We tape the edges. We put a drop cloth over the cabinets. We put plastic over the cabinets, and we also are going to drape off so dust, as we're cutting, won't go all over the house. The most important thing we've learned in doing our 30 years of skylight installation is to always put peel and seal roofing underlayment under your flashing. That goes under the flashing. Putting peel and seal down, roofing up under that flashing is probably the most important part of the entire skylight process. The flashing is more of a sun protector of your roofing, just like shingles protect your roofing underlayment. This peel and seal, when it sticks onto that curb, it makes it so water will never go and run uphill in a big wind. You can get water to run here, you can get water to run there. If we peel and seal underneath it, then we don't get that little bits of water running into the building on a very high wind-driven rain. We've done our pilot hole, we've set the skylight, but there's an exhaust coming from this stove, and we're just trying to get it right without doing too much structural changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bottom back to right before that pipe, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we look at whatever obstruction would be there, and then we'll say, okay, we're going to take it to that much on that side, so then we'll just arbitrarily take this to the same distance as what we have as an obstruction that we really can't move. So that's what we're doing right now. We're doing the adjustment. We're in the adjustment phase. All right, so what we're doing now is coordinating so that we can get these items out of the way before the framer tomorrow. So we've discovered some things that were hidden. We're going to move those out. There's electrical we're going to move and plumbing. Skylights in this case are like sculpting.
And we are actually, instead of building the mast, we're taking away some things. And when I walked in, I saw that we had some natural wood. The natural rough joists seemed to match the wood of the doors and the floor and seemed to balance the house out because there's so much flat, low drywall ceiling. I decided to go over with the owner, and she liked the idea of leaving the joist in and extending the joist. The skylight, we're going to extend it a little bit more this way. And we're going to leave the joists in and stain them the same color as the cabinets to kind of blend in the house and make it more of a custom flow with the skylights. Going to customize and blend in more with the house as it is. And give some color and balance to the floor that is a natural wood floor and the natural wood cabinets. And we'll put some of that natural wood in the skylight. And that's what we decided. So as you see, when you do these, we usually do some adjusting and some customizing, and that's just part of the process. Ceiling joists are structural members, usually made of wood, that hold up to support the drywall ceiling. That's their purpose, to support drywall ceiling. You're going to see blocking every structural member where you're going to support with drywall. Drywall, you have to have solid blocking. Solid blocking is for mainly to hold the joist straight and not so they don't twist, but it also provides backing for drywall because we're going to drywall up into the shaft. We're going to go into this groove, so we have to look every single place that we may need to put drywall. It has to have backing, and we're going to replace it with a few lights in the shaft itself. We're going to put lights in the shaft, and we're going to put them on swivels, low voltage, so you can turn them around at night because skylights have a tendency to be a little dark at night with a black hole, kind of a dark hole at night sometimes. So if you put a light in the skylight, it adds a nice, elegant touch with indirect lighting. Now we're at the drywall phase of a skylight cut-in. As you know, as you may have experienced, dust is the #1 bug with remodeling and home improvement. So we always vacuum our sanding. As we're sanding, we will vacuum and keep that dust going down so you have a minimal amount of dust in the area. Okay, well, here we go. We have a done skylight. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how to open and close the skylight. And this is called a manual wand. And I'm just going to twist it. By twisting it, I put one hand on this black part that slips around, and then I twist it like that, and it just will open manually. And manual's nice because it doesn't break. The motors don't wear out, and they're not finicky. This will last forever. And the purpose for ventilating skylights is there's naturally hot air rises to a ceiling, and skylights let in heat. So if we open it, if you can feel right now, if you feel a little bit, you'll feel this breeze. That's created by the convection of cool air coming in low and hot air just naturally wanting to escape. So it creates a nice ventilation for the house. We call that passive solar cooling. And we have a screen. The screen keeps the leaves and dust from the outside, and you really don't notice it that much. And it comes out with these little, there are little knobs on both sides. You pull that out if you ever want to clean it. And the best way to do it, though, is if you don't ever take it out, just put a vacuum cleaner, reverse it so it blows out, and you can just go in here and blow out the screens that way, and it's easy to do.